Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is your monthly reading for Aries. A little late I know, but I've been busy with a lot of other readings. As you will notice if you go onto the playlists on my channel, we've had the Mars triple conjunction, we've had, I forget what the other one was that I've done, but there's been loads of uploads recently and that's why these monthlies are so late, that and work commitments. So it's a general reading for sun, moon, rising, whatever placement that you want to look at. And sometimes you should look at it through the filter of that particular planet that you're looking at. If you don't know what your rising sign is, there's a link down below to a free birth chart. You just need your date, obviously, but time and place of birth as well, as exact as possible. Now, as a general reading rules apply. So timing is hardly absolute with tarot. When I say this is your monthly April reading, it means that I've read the cards in April. It will kick in when it kicks in. So roles can be reversed. Gender is not specific. It's more talking about energies than it is people. But where my readings are different is either they are totally for you or totally not for you. There's a past and a present in my reading. If the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make it fit. It's not for you. Go and have a look at one of your other placements. Or there's plenty of other wonderful readers on YouTube. Just to name a few: Divinely Feminine, Queen Cup, Divine Debut 1111, I think she is. I just remember Divine Debut. The Woke Therapist. James Wicker 13, or James 13 Wicker. But anyway, moving on. Like I say, it either is for you or it isn't. But also, I would like you to ask a question before the reading. So pause the video if you have to. Take a moment to think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment and focus on one of them. Focus because energy in, energy out. But be aware of all of them because the cards will answer whatever they please to and not necessarily what you and I think is the most important factor at the moment. So I think that's all my blurb. Other than, if you like the video, please do press the like button. Please subscribe while you're here because I'm a young channel and it helps. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and liked and shared so far. And yeah, you keep doing it. At that note, I think, oh yes, there's a Facebook group link down there. If you want to contact me for a personal reading, or if you just want a more effective notification system and to see all the astrology videos that I watch as well. I tend to share those as well, just so that you can keep up to date with what I'm learning. Okay, I'll bring up the cards. Let me change cameras. So I feel that you're on the edge of presenting something, Aries. Your current position is here with the Seven of Wands. And what I feel from this card is that it can be a defensive card, but I don't want to say defensive. I want to say apprehensive. This guy is entering a room carrying his large wand, staff, whatever that is, to meet his peers. Notice he's being greeted by 6 other, I'll put this on the big camera, he's being greeted by 6 other wand bearers. And I just feel like he's been that trifle bit apprehensive there. So we have the Queen of Swords and the Devil as clarifiers. So, 1, don't let your fear hold you back. And that's one thing that I get here from the oracle cards. We have step out of your comfort zone. But more importantly, it's time to do this. Step out the comfort zone and do it, and a win-win outcome is forecast. All 3 oracle cards jumped out. Now, I am doing it slightly different to what I normally do. I normally pull all the oracle cards beforehand. I've just pulled a selection because, to be honest, I was getting too many. Now, you seem to be feeling that things are moving incredibly fast at the moment, and you are trying to strategize to cope with this. But I think that you're well aware that there are certain things that you are blind to or unaware of. There seems to be two forces behind you, two sources of information at once empowering you, but remaining out of your awareness. And maybe it's the fact that you're aware that there's something that you can't quite sense and can't quite get a handle on is making you feel a trifle combative. We have the Five of Swords here, which is a card of conflict. And you'll notice that this guy is brandishing his swords, ready for action, 3 swords on the floor and no enemy whatsoever. Now, the 4 wolves that are wandering off in the background in the 4 of Swords card in this deck, they were his guardians. They were looking over him. So I'm not seeing them as the enemy. It's like he's turning around to waiting for the hammer to fall, almost. But you are right, because change is coming. Oh, change is definitely... Okay. All I can see is underlying this issue, whatever your question was, change is coming. We have the Death card, clarified by the end, Ace, get my teeth in, Ace of Pentacles with a whole new beginning. A very fertile, very productive, material new beginning. And the Chariot. There's information coming your way. I mean, there's some information already come your way, but there's a seed of information that either has or is coming your way that is creating an immense amount of blossoming. This is probably enhanced by these 2 factors that you are unsure of or unaware of. I think that they are actually growing this blossoming within you because you've been led to doing this presentation. It has been a matter of some strategy. It has been a matter of operating in silence so far, but the world has insisted that you take a chance, and taking this chance is a form of wish fulfillment, although it may explain why you're so very nervous about it. If it's a wish fulfillment, it's something that you are feeling really, really positive about. So let's just clarify that Devil card in your present position. As I always like to clarify the Devil card. Oh, there's one that's popped out. So we have Queen of Pentacles, something that you need to nurture with Hagenti. Makes one wise and teaches everything. Can turn any metal into gold and transmutes water into wine. Okay, to nurture this correctly, I feel that you should maybe not change your outward appearance. That's what I'm getting from the transmutes water into wine. Not change the outward appearance, because that Devil card is indicating to me that there is a great passion to what you want to go ahead and do, but you're resisting the urge to cut something out as well as doing this. And I'm not sure there's anything that you really, really need to cut out as strongly as what this Queen of Swords is suggesting. Sorry, I'm a bit dry. So what's led up to this? Because recently you've changed tack. You've really there was a dream or a project that you'd been working on, and some of it got destroyed, damaged. Understandable if it's an economic one, because Aries, all of your horoscope this year seems to be about work, so this could well be a work issue. But it's almost like, certain things have fallen down, certain things have broken, certain things just don't hold the same fascination for you as what they once did. This was immediately replaced by something that was holding this fascination for you, and you could see victory by moving forward in it. It's something that you've worked hard on, either bringing 2 disparate factors in your life together, or you've worked hard with a partner, small p, not capital P here. You've worked hard with a partner to gain some recognition, but you didn't really know where it was going. However, recently, you have learnt that it's not, no, you don't know where it's going, but you know where it can go, and you need to take a chance. And I think you are taking that chance at the moment. But I do want to say you can't plan for everything. Oh, this is nice. However this presentation turns out, there is a new beginning in it for you, because let's face it, death, Ace of Pentacles, and now we've got it followed by the Fool. So there's a lot of new beginning energy here. But again, the Queen of Pentacles, so you can nurture and you can look after all the things that you need to, which might have been what you was worried about with that Devil card. And you are going to be revealing your own inner light, although you may be working a little more on your own than what you was expecting to do. Going on to the Ace of Cups. So, considering we've got the Ace of Cups here, those two cards are very strongly linked. Maybe this is a new love coming in. Maybe, more than likely, this is a new direction coming in. With Master number 33, which is certainly about forward movement. But we have Three of Swords, Three of Cups. But this Three of Swords, I'm not feeling any heartache, heartbreak, pain, or anything with this. I'm feeling the whole, I'm seeing how the flowers are growing. So what you are doing might have been based on a previous pain or experience that was painful. But I really do feel like this is information coming in that gives you that added surge to move forward, where you are going to be recognised and be able to celebrate what it is that you are starting. Followed again by another 3 with the Empress. So in this column, we've progressed from 3-3 to 3-3-3. With the 10 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, so a harvest, definitely a good harvest coming around from whatever this presentation is. If this presentation is accepted, great, it's going to go really well. If it's not accepted, then I think you will be stepping onto a path because of that presentation that will then go really well. The only way it can go wrong is if you're just a little bit overly competitive and a little bit overly defensive in making this effort. Because also the energy, the angel energy presiding over this, we have the Angel of Peace. I open my heart and rest in the peace of divine love. So that is telling me that this combative energy, this potential defensiveness is going to do you a disservice, or has the potential to do you a disservice. Let's put it that way, because there's no reason for it to do you a disservice. You can be wary but not defensive. But like I say, this is clarified here by the 10 of Pentacles. So there is a firm foundation for what you're wanting to create. Your harvest comes around, and I think that's from here actually. Yeah. And then we have a progression in the Hermit. So the Hermit from here to here. So there is that seeking your own inner light, seeking your own inner wisdom. Bear in mind that here we had the Hanged Man, where everything was changed for you to view things differently, for you to gain some wisdom, and you seem to be in the process of gaining that wisdom, and that is a process that will carry on. Another 2 of Cups and the King of Wands is telling me that whatever this harvest is, there is definite manifestation with it. There is a definite harvest that has an effect. It's like, for instance, if you was making goods, there's no point making goods to then have a warehouse full of the goods that you've made and nothing happens to them. This is making goods and having the goods shipped out and having an effect in the world where it will actually elicit some change or another for you, if only for your bank balance. You know, this I'm hoping it's something a little more deeper than that, but it would work on a business level. So the potential future. So we've talked about that defensiveness and that feel of conflict. So even if that does happen, you will be transformed by the experience, and that harvest will still come around, but it is a devil card. So once again, let's just, okay, so we have 9 of Pentacles. So there was signs with the 3 of Cups and with the 2 of Cups of support here in the 3D material world for you by somebody. If your defensiveness takes too much hold, then you might still be doing this same thing, but on your own, which the 2 Hermit cards might indicate as well. However, you're still going to be successful with it. Now I want to say but there isn't a but here. The other option is, I'm not even sure that this is another option. This is all part of the same story. You're another Ace of Cups, so you're presenting this dream forward. You are still carrying this dream forward. Now, it is possible that you may end up indebted to someone, but what I really feel from the 6 of Pentacles is that you're the one handing out the assistance to people. You are the one handing out the results of whatever it is that you are working on, and you are bringing balance into your material life, Pentacles material, and balance because there's a greater scales there. And that you will still be manifesting what you are intending to manifest. So there's positive manifestation occurring here, definitely. But Zadkiel, the Angel of Mercy. Now, I looked this one up. The one who metes out forgiveness and the one who judges transgression. Zadkiel is the swift gavel as well as the crushing hammer. Those who have sinned against your fellow man, Zadkiel may relieve you of your punishment. But in asking you submit yourself to the scales of the angel's judgment and wrath. Zadkiel sees all the cracks and the seams of the soul, finding all the things we cover up to convince ourselves of the illusion of a moral existence. He reminds us to reveal our failings openly and be judged by those who have the power to forgive. It is only the just who may make such a reckoning. That, to me, gels with that whole conflict, defensive, combative, defensive feeling that I was getting from these 2 cards. Bear with me for 1 second. Sorry about that. Now, where was I? I want to look how other people are influencing you. Because, again, we have that Queen of Swords appearing. So there is someone who is bright around you. This is something that I'm getting from the Queen of Swords. Like I say, she can be a little, as we know, cutting, a little adamant, maybe a little stubborn, but very, very insightful. And this does seem to be an insightful influence that is there trying to give you strength. Now, it may well be that the way that this Queen of Swords person is trying to give you this strength doesn't feel very empowering because of the natural nature of that Queen of Swords energy. It will be pointing out all of your faults here with Zadkiel, the Angel of Mercy. But I don't think it's not an attack. It's not pointing out the faults for you to criticise you, apart from to constructively criticise you. To say, you know you do this, are you sure that's the best way of doing it? Now, I would imagine a Queen of Swords person is not going to say it like that. But that's where it's coming from, so give them just a little bit of leeway and try to take on board what they are suggesting, because they are trying to get you to level up. Because they know that you are well capable of it. A win-win outcome is forecast. Someone is giving you a hand here. We've got the Gratitude card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. And there is a call for you to be diplomatic. We have Renove out of Le Carte Infernal, who is a phenomenal diplomat, is somebody who is charming and ferociously ugly because his gift is his charm, and he's showing how the charm is far more important than physical appearance, you know. However, you are right to, this is a process that you have to take slowly. You are right to try and be strategic with it, with this Seven of Swords here, as you have been doing. This Two of Swords here, where the guy's playing chess, even though you know that there's things that are not aware of, but that you're not aware of. But I do feel that those things are operating in your interest. But we have Barith here with catastrophe and haste. So there is an element of less haste, more speed here, I do think. But it's just that defensive element that you really need to watch out for. Because I feel like you've tried to start something new before, and it was on the basis of something that you was told, and things changed quickly when you did, and there were lots and lots of options for you to work with. But last time, it all ended up getting a trifle bit confusing. You found out that you'd taken way too much on board, and you ended up feeling very impoverished by that situation and leaving it. Just saying, right, no, that's it, I've had enough. And that may be another contributing factor to why you're feeling so defensive and combative this time. But slowly and surely, you will make progress. You will be aware of the burdens that you are taking on and not doing too much of them. As the final outcome here, we have the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is an end to torment, but with this particular deck, it's almost like you are being liberated from whatever it is, some form of oppression, some form of restriction. And the Eight of Swords is a special card to me. So what I feel like is that this lady has indeed put herself in a circle of swords, but they are there for protection, for her to be able to concentrate on something deep within. So I'm not getting the stress, the anxiety, the oh my godness of the Eight of Swords, which people say the Nine of Swords is the worst card in the deck. I personally think the Eight of Swords is one of my favourite cards and can be the worst card in the deck. Not wearing the same face, I hasten to add. But the secret is just nurture it slowly. Go ahead slowly. Queen of Pentacles here. Is there anything that I have uncovered? No, but let's just see. No, that's the wrong one. I have the Enchanted Map Oracle here. So one final card from the Enchanted Map for you. One card for Aries, please. Okay. Protecting treasure, but this other one, and rescue. That's interesting. So there is something that you are working to protect here. Right, I get it. There is something that you're working to protect here, and I'm really getting the sensation that you don't have to, because there is that defensive element, the combative element. You are being offered a rescue from such a mental trap. You can break out of your own mental prison, and you can use the environment that you're in to your own ends, to your own best. And so if there is that overly critical force near to you, that one who says things whose comments make you go, ow, I don't like what they've just said. I do feel you don't like what they've just said because they were actually right, and that's not something that you wanted to really pay that much attention to. But there is some really, really good, There's a good future here. Keep a rein on the defensiveness. That's all I can say from here. But otherwise, take a chance and plough ahead. Okay, Aries, so if this means anything to you, comment down below. I've given you the like, share, subscribe speech. So in the meantime, stay posted. There will be more reading soon. Cheers.